Welcome all you beautiful bastards, I'm Savagezweipanda, your host, and it's time for Monday, which means you know what it is. It's time for those Fairy Tale Mondays, and boy, have we got a video for you today that only not self-satisfies me, but it also self-satisfies yourselves as well. Everyone's had that moment in time when they've been watching a series, that they could be in that world, that they could be an original character around there, that they could hang around with the guild members and just be in that immersive world. Well, you know what series I always talk about, so it's time to talk about us being in the world of Fairy Tale. And here's how you guys can get involved at your seats right now. There's only 3 small little things that I need you to go and do. I need you to go to your parents' wallet, grab their credit card, and tell me their PIN number. Nah, I'm kidding. Although that wouldn't go amiss, actually. In fact, I'm going to have 3 links to you guys at the bottom of the description bar, so you guys can see for yourself which ones that you're going to be handling. And all of them are going to be involving the Fairy Tale universe. Now, just to make sure and all that, this is all fair, and no one's here like, oh, I'm the original character that sleeps with all the Fairy Tale girls, and I'm the one that, you know, arm wrestles with Natsu and wins, and yeah, I'm in, like, Gargill's band, and I'm super cool. No. We're not going to have it. It's going to be in the Fairy Tale world, but it's up to you to be where exactly you are in that world, and also as well to make sure that you're not the perfect, like, magical character that happens to be related to Zera in any case. These 3 links should, like, exactly make your thing interesting. So one of them is actually being, what is your magic? The other one is your guild name, and the next one is your 3 traits. Now, we're going to be starting off with what is your magic. Now, for this one, I'm going to have to let you have 5 choices on this one, just in case you do get that 1 power. But out of those ones, you do have to choose wisely, because that will be your power for the rest of this whole little OC thing we're creating. Now, I hope you guys are excited as I am. Let's go and begin this. And I thought I'd give you a little treat as well. See this Lucy from the start. So let's go and click onto our links right now and see exactly what we're going to have. Oh, sorry, I was doing research for a brand new video coming up. Lucy and Julia video? A top 10 Fairy Tale girls? I could explain. I could really explain. Okay, sometimes man just needs to see content, alright? Don't judge me, it's not my fault Fairy Tale has beautiful women. Now, here we are, we're going to be going with the magical style generator first. Now, this one's on 7thsanctum.com. I will link you this one. For this one, just to make sure you don't get stuck with that one really shitty power that you kind of don't like, for this one especially, I'm going to give you 5 choices to choose from. But from these ones, you do have to choose. So, we're going to have 5 styles, generate more styles. Let's see what we get. And we'll read one exactly which ones I got. This magical style focuses on understand, specifically using it to record information. It requires avoiding any contact with the target. Second one, this magical style focuses on conjuring. It requires names of power, gestures, and series of statuettes. The power of this style magic is affected by the seasons. That's actually an interesting power. The magical style focuses on sound, specifically using it to enchant items. Magical style focuses on nature, specifically using it to conceal oneself or others. It requires chance and intense concentration. Yo, that's some ninja shit right there. Alright, that could be some Naruto style right here. And the magical style focused on force. It's required knowing the true name of a target and gestures. So what I'm thinking with that one is that you use like complete like force energy, but however though, like the one thing that you can use and all that, like you hit it, if you know the true name of it, you can turn it into a weapon. That's kind of what I'm thinking of so far for it. However, the one I'm actually going to be having is the magical style focused on sound, specifically using it to enchant items. I feel like I could work something with this actually. So the next one that we're going to be going on is the Magic Guild Generator. Now for this one, you're only allowed 1 name on this one, and whatever name that you get, you are going to be stuck with. So to make sure and all that we are going to have this on here, we're going to have it straight from the horse's mouth. So whatever one I have to have this as my guild name. So if it's called Booty Butt Cheeks, you know, that's what it's going to be called. So here we go. The Void 9. That sounds like a dark guild. That does. Right. Right. So that's my guild's name. It's going to be the Void 9. I'm going to be saying that I'm a member of it. Oh, this sounds like, I'm not going to lie, this sounds like the most rip-off Arashon says ever. It's like, yeah, we got 3 more members. We must be more cooler. And the last one is the random character traits generator, just to stop you from being that super powerful, ooh, I'm an OC character, muscle man. So this should hopefully give me some traits, and then maybe as well might give me some things I'm not exactly strong at. So we'll see what free traits I get. I'm anxious, decisive, and helpful. How do any of these legit help me in any way? I'm nervous, I'm very decisive. I'm like, I don't know, but I want to help though, but I'm too nervous, and I'm, do I just go there, like, whenever, like, a meeting out of the Void 9 and say, right, what do you think there, Panda? I want to help you guys, but, I'm turning red. So that's our choice for my guild. We are the Void 9. I'm a very anxious, decisive, helpful person. However, though, my style is focused on sound and is specifically used to enchant items. Well, I can't turn back on this now. Now, the first thing I'm going to start off with my character is that I've got to give him a name. I don't think Panda would be such a great name for him. So for this one, I'm probably going to be using, I think, the one that suits most, and also as well, the character name that I always use in any kind of MMO, and it's a kind of the character that I've always thought up in my head, and I thought, oh yeah, he's my edgelord, he's my cool character, and that is Mizuto. People don't know, just Mizuto, that's all that is just Japanese for mist. I don't know, in my head, in my weeby head, that sounds cool, alright? Don't judge me. I don't know, it's probably better than what I know. One of you guys are going to be like, oh, my name's Victor Dragonale. I'm the long-lost cousin of Natsu. Now that we got everything sorted out, we've got my name, we've got my traits, we've got my guild name, we've got my magic sorted out, specializing on sound, I'm very interested to see what else we're going to work into this. And one thing I got to ask myself, what is the origin? How did I get this power? Did I inherit it from a certain dragon? Did I get taught by a stranger across the street? Did my master die or anything, trying to sacrifice himself for a giant, massive, dangerous thing? You gotta kind of use it into like the fairy tale verse as well, so you gotta think, what would actually fit into this verse? Like, what was into the mythos of fairy tale? This mythos, I'd like to say how I attained my powers is that maybe my parents, traveling musicians, going across Fiore, going across all kinds of different kind of countries, and I kind of picked up onto the music. However, unlike the family members, I was able to be pretty good at magic, although they did have a sort of adept ability towards magic. I was the one that seemed to have quite a knack for it, for probably I'd like to say when I was about 12 years old. This specializing into my power where I was able to enchant things with sound, my ability was like, I used to always, in case anyone tried to rob us when we were traveling around, I used to have a spear, metallic pole, and I use it to enhance spear, and I use that to cause sound waves and also kind of use air manipulation throughout this. I know, we're great for an original start right now. Tragic death incoming! Then being approached by a shaded hooded man from the Void 9, that guild crest on his cloak being the giant black hole that it was. Looked up and saw that power and say, hey, that could be useful. I'ma steal the kid. And legit knocks me out so hard that he legit takes a couple of my teeth out. Talking about, he just straight up snags and grabs, pow, 2 teeth flying, right the crack of the jaw, knocked clean out. I'm gone. Parents are shitting themselves. What ensues? And with this waking up with small teeth, being approached by 9 cloaked members which reveal themselves to be the Void 9, which is actually a mercenaries guild. Unlike dark guilds, mercenary guilds will do anything if the price is right. They'll do treasure hunting, they'll do killing, they'll do protection. However though, the one code that they do go against is that they won't kill anyone unless this person has a genuine good reason for it. However though, you're thinking, well, why do they kidnap kids though? What's the whole point of that? Well, by stupid decision, this is actually a tradition that they've done, as all of them are pretty much orphans, although, for some reason, the guy that decided to take me thought I was an orphan, and thought I was trying to get around and make my spare me, didn't notice that I was actually part of that family travelling along together. Yeah, I know, what a dumbass. So sighing all of them and wanting to kill him, they decided that, well, I've travelled miles and miles to get even back there, that would cost a huge amount of gold. Screw it, the kid is going to work his ass off so he can get back. That's the simple plan of it. And hence, there you go, I become an apprentice of the Void 9. The question is, what is the weakness of my powers? My weakness is if I do not have any kind of solid object next to me, I will not be able to manipulate my powers. My powers only work well when I'm able to enchant items and able to do it. Now, how I use sand is I can make it vibrate, I can make it travel at quite fast speed, so this enhances my strength whenever I'm using this pole arm. It can also, since I'm using a metal as well, I can use the sounds and vibrate it so much that I can actually even change the shape of it. Being able to change it into like any kind of metal thing that I deem necessary for the time. So whether it be a sword, whether or not it be a knife at the time, whether or not I could actually turn it into liquid for a little while and turn it around and maybe use it as a note to choke someone out with, that's pretty much the gist of it. However though, if I haven't got this pole, which can be easily taken over me because I'm not that very physically strong, this thing is only making me strong just by holding it, I'm pretty much useless. And the question is, what would you classify yourself as the role of the guild? Would I be the tank of the group? Would I be DPS? Would I be healer? Leader? Considering that I said I was an apprentice, I would not be a leader of the group. However, I do believe that with these powers as well that I use a vibration, since I can enchant items and I've been used to enchanting stuff all my life. I believe I would use other kind of things that I would enchant with that could be used for specialties as well. So I'd like to say, for a lot of the stuff I enchanted, I like to use enchanted kind of oak and wood, and they make them into actually healing kind of objects. So honestly, I'd like to say I was the kind of the healer of the group. I can fight when I need to, but it isn't my specialty. And you think, well, how am I going to get more mixed up into the fairy tale verse and all that? Well, this would be into the case where this would be in the year during the Grand Magic Games would be occurring. And this would be happening during the time skip of Fairy Tail, when Natsu comes back to go against the Grand Magic Games once again, and we was actually hired as our contractor required us to win so he can get his money. Ultimately, a job's a job, and me being close, saying this is a big gig, being able to actually head back to where my parents are, and back to my loved ones, I took the gig. Fortunately, this is where, we already know where that fated episode already happened. Unfortunately, I'm in that crowd, and yeah, I get owned by Natsu. No pride in that. And see, the Void Nine had a kind of thing, you kind of attack their own, you kind of get a little bit pissy if they get attacked out of nowhere. So they thinking it is, they try and attack Natsu. All 9 of them. She tries to break this up, saying that there's been surely some misunderstanding. None of them want to listen. I'm still knocked out blank cold. Natsu being able to take out 4 of them pretty goddamn with ease. As each of the guild does specialize in a certain thing, whether it be in heavy armor, forest magic, healing, even the celestial wizard upon us as well. He knocked these characters out with ease. And then the actual Fiori police came around and they decided to drag Natsu's dumbass over, saying, you fucked up the magic game, you gotta answer this. And me waking up seeing this, I'm like, oh dear god, that's Natsu, oh Christ, I'm going to die. And then finding out we got left with the bill, so we had to pay. So we were in debt, being forced to repay that, and also as well, having the charge from our boss as well, since we lost the Grand Magic Games, since Natsu won it. Although, like the nice chap that he is, he say, I'll give you the money and all that, that'd be fine, and then ends up and said he'll pay back for knocking me out as well, that'll be fine and everything like that. Treats me to meal, I chat up losing and all that, finds out they're nice guys, and then finds out all the money that he owed us, we just paid on our meal. Not the most exciting story that you'd be hearing in a fairy tale, but I thought that'd be, build up the mythos in exactly saying, this is what we'd be doing in the world, here's how it goes, there you go. You guys can write more exciting stories down below. And honestly, if you could draw any pictures or anything like that, or give me a great level detail of it, I'd love to know in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. So if you love fairy tales as much as I do, you hit that like and you hit that subscribe. But that's all from me. So I'll catch you beautiful people next time.